Today, we're diving into 3 FM presets for your drum and bass productions. We'll start with the classic growl bass, an aggressive low end packed with dense harmonics and dynamic movement. Perfect for fast D&B lines. We set the carrier to a pure sine wave with a 0.2 ratio to lower the fundamental frequency, concentrate energy in the low end, and add extra weight. For the modulator, I loaded the TX Wave 4, which tames the highs, using a 2.1 ratio, slightly inharmonic, for rich texture. Modulation depth is 100% velocity controlled. In the velocity tab, assign your desired amount. I found a value of 29 works great. I'm going to play some notes at different velocity levels so you can hear the difference. This gives real expressiveness in every note. Hard hits sound gritty and aggressive, while soft touches become warmer and more contained. OP8, our carrier, feeds directly into filter 1, where we use a bandpass at 200 Hz with high resonance to emphasize that metallic bite. Finally, LFO1 at 23% modulates the cutoff frequency. For rhythmic variations, you can either automate the clock parameter in your DAW or tweak it live while you play. Next up, we'll build a sub-rumble. This needs to be thick and wide with a pronounced attack to create tension under a beat. Two operators go straight to the filter. Operator 8 is set to sine at a ratio of 1. You can see this is slightly detuned to add body and width without the muddiness. Operator 7 is also set to sine with a ratio of 0.5, a subharmonic. This is to reinforce the low end with weight and depth. Operator 6 acts as the modulator for both, with ratio 3 and a fast attack decay envelope to shape a tight transient. Sustain is set at 16% to add harmonic richness without overdoing it. Let's listen again with the modulator added. If we click on the filter, you'll see the low-pass filter sits at around 176 Hz to trim higher harmonics. We'll enable and dial in a little drive for a warm rumble. This will be enhanced further with FX distortion. Let's listen first with the drive and then followed with the extra distortion. Wow! Finally, we've a sharp, high-energy lead. Using operator 8 as the carrier, we'll set it to sine at a ratio of 1. Notice the envelope has a 400 millisecond decay and no sustain for a clean initial hit. Using operator 7, we modulate it with TX Wave 3. This waveform adds even harmonics for extra brightness and warmth. Classic 80s FM lead character. We will set a ratio of 3 with the envelope with the sustain at maximum. First, let's hear the dry output without the filter. Let's remove the direct output and activate the filter again. Navigate to the filter and engage a high pass at 200 Hz to clear the lows and focus energy in the mids and highs. For movement, an LFO modulates both the carrier's decay and sustain and the filter cutoff by 10%. This creates a living pulse that makes the sound breathe and shimmer. Let's hit play again and turn up the LFO modulation to listen. To finish, I add some delay via the effects panel. Choose a synced 1/16th note. Set the mix to around 10% and widen the stereo spread. Finally, in a second FX slot, we'll apply a subtle phaser for spectral motion. And that wraps up our 3FM presets: growl bass, sub rumble, and edgy lead. Save your presets, test them in a mix, and tweak small details to suit your style. See you in the next tutorial.